Greetings, YouTube. Dave Staten here on the Dan blog. I'm back with another comic book review. Today I'm taking a look at Bizarro number 3 from 2015. A comic book entitled The Good, the Bad, and the Stupid. This ought to be a real treat. I can't wait to bust into this dismal nightmare. I guarantee you this was probably going to make my eyes bleed. So today we're going to find out what happens when a twisted Superman villain meets up with Michael Harper and they head west. Oh, jeez. This may not be the good stuff. Just saying. And they did not waste the inside cover. They put in Munchkin Steampunks Deluxe, a commercial for walk. Something with gears. Maybe? Games? Maybe? What the heck? So, after some incredible adventures up in Canada, Bizarro, Michael Harper, and Pee-Pee, the alien, they head west. They head to Vegas, where they gonna meet up with Chastity Hex, the cousin of Jonah Hex, the bounty hunter. Oh, this ought to be exciting. So info panels, brought to you by the Daddy Dan blog. Our twisted Western adventure begins as Zach takes a picture of the notorious Chastity Hex. Harper talks it over with Zach as they look for Blackhurst, a notorious bandit in the town of Vail, Colorado. Not ain't Vail, Colorado, you idiot. It's in Las Vegas. It's Vail, Vegas. And Harper and Chastity are discussing their plans to track down a dastardly villain named Jeremiah Blackhurst. What a horrible name. As they find out that they are actually in a real Western ghost town inhabited by ghosts. And this is the point where I actually want to physically be sick. Jimmerby Crickets Bizarro walks right through a man and a woman, and they say, "You must be a ghost." And he's like, "No, you're the ghost." And they decide to have a little confrontation where the man's fist passed right through Bizarro, proving that they're ghosts. But you're the ghost. No, you're the ghost. You're the ghost. They argue. But still, the man is a hero for defending his damsel in distress. Oh my God. And then we get a commercial. Thank God for secrets. Under secrets, codes inside codes, and traps within traps, and it's the Black Horn Key. We get a commercial for the Black Horn Key. If you've ever heard of the Black Horn Key, let me know in the comments below, because I am totally lost. I've never heard of the Blackthorn Key. Bizarro and Harper make their way to the old-style Western saloon, filled with all the ghosts of bad guys of the past. Bizarro is stumped. Harper is happy, and they set up to the bar to order a couple of cold sarsaparillas. Oh. And it's at this point we realize a tragedy. The deepest, darkest tragedy on Earth. This is actually a DC comic, which tragically means we're going to get a lot of commercials for crap we never heard of, like this here. This stuff called The Keepers, a box, and a dragonfly. Oh, have you ever heard of this dismal nightmare? Swear to God, a commercial every other page. Thank you, DC. As Harper and Bizarro enjoy a nice cold sarsaparilla drink, the bar doors swing open, and an old miner 49er hanging a little low in the junk comes through the door and quickly noticed that that's a real man. As he's hollering, he's coming back. And now a confrontation between who the heck knows and Bizarro must take place. And of course, as stated before, it's a DC comic, so we get another commercial. A commercial that's a takeoff on all them really cool comic book ads from back in the day, except these are having the pictures from the comic book ads, like hypnosis and them cool Viking horns, but it's got the names of the people appearing at Comic-Con. It is so cool. This may be the coolest commercial DC ever put in a comic book. It got me at first. I thought they had brought back the really cool ads of the 50s and 60s and early 70s, but no, this is just the people appearing at Comic-Con. And of course, it's DC, so we gotta have more commercials where we get Superman, the Men of Tomorrow. I guess we're gonna learn all about Superman's tragic offspring in this one. It was at that moment that Harper realized Jeremiah Blackhurst was in the house. Yes, true, it was the bandit. A quick showdown began to take form, but before either one had a chance to draw, the ghost freaked out and did a galloping ghost trot right out of the bar, squishing Harper and Bizarro to the ground like in a bad comic strip. Wonk, wonk, wonk. So, in full panels brought to you by the Daddy Dan blog, things are about to get interesting, that's for sure. The sound of galloping hooves coming down the street gets everyone's attention as three dark specters arose on horseback. Yes, they tremble as Roy from Puerto Rico, Marone, and Chinese Elvis show up. Three notorious villains from the past. Roy, Marone, and Elvis begin their bullying assault on the small town as they attempt to rob the ghost. How you rob a ghost? Oh, that's some real bad guys when you rob a ghost. Whoosh! Backwards? Must be Bizarro. It's at this point we realize that the guy with him is Bizarro. And in a flash of his incredible lightning vision, whatever, he turns all of them into ghosts. Oh my goodness gracious. Now that they're really ghosts, they take out their ghost guns and shoot at Bizarro. But the ghost bullets go right through, and plus they has no effect because he's Bizarro. This isn't going well for the bad guys. And of course, it's at this point DC flexes its muscles. That's right, it's DC Comics at their strongest. They're strongest when they want to draw you into a Batman comic book. That's right, you can win the sweepstakes. You could have been in a Batman comic book back in the day. I did not enter that. I was not in a Batman comic book. And talk about a waste of a whole page. Makes you want some winter mint. And now we get a flawed look inside the puzzle maze that is the mind of Bizarro, as well as the body of Bizarro and all the evil things that dwell within his enlarged giant Kryptonian heart. Oh my God. The look on Bizarro's face is the same look I've got on mine as I read this nightmare comic book. Wah, wah, wah. Hey, check this out. The spirit of one of them dead guys just crawled up inside Bizarro. That's right, suddenly he's possessed, just like that, in one panel. Now he's the spirit of the Outlaw King, and he's gonna swing. He's gonna swing on Harper! And Hex, what's her name? Chastity Hex! I had to go back and look that up because it's such an unmemorable name. Next page. Read the books! Watch the movies! DVDs with movies and books, cartoons, all the cool superhero stuff from DC. We'll do anything we can to get your money. I think it's time for shout-outs. You know I wouldn't be me if I didn't take a couple of minutes to give a quick shout-out to Dave Sunstorm, the king of the good stuff, and his incredible brother Steven Sunstorm. You know, the good stuff, guys. And, of course, my partner in crime, Thrash Pondo Pons. You can find us every other Sunday on his channel and Sarah's channel as we take on the topics of the world and save every one of you. Be sure to check out Brain Banner Chrissy right there. You know, you can find me over there on her show every Saturday night, as well as Big Guy on the Air, Big Guys 45s. My block is everywhere, Sarah. Sarah, we love you, baby. The Nostalgic Pod Blast Word up to Chance, veterinary girl. AAP Homestead, AAP for life. We miss you, boy. The Unapologetic Geek. Be sure to check out Tug's new book, Paradox by E. McGill. Our friend, the Unapologetic Geek, the Life Inside Endings channel. With a special shout out to Supernatural Crossroads Paranormal Highway, Gypsy Road Eric. Welcome back, brother. Oh, yeah, don't forget about old Corey's Comedy Channel, the only YouTube channel I know with business cards. Wow. The spirit of the darn old outlaw kingdom took over Bizarro. Harper and Chastity are talking over what to do about it when Bizarro tells them they ain't really nothing you can do about it. Hexes, the little alien on the shoulder says, Hexes. He don't like the niece of Jonah Hex. As Harper tells her don't, she put the gun right to old Bizarro's face. She about to give him both barrels. Bizarro's such a freak. He gives her the finger in the backwards Bizarro way. See, that's a Bizarro world birdie. Ah! And of course, it wouldn't be DC Comics if we didn't get another commercial. Apparently it was Batman Day back then. Oh, jeez. So, in surprisingly long panels, brought to you by the Daily Dan blog, I am intrigued that this book went on a lot longer than I thought it would. What a dismal, giant nightmare you are. Bizarro freaks out and begins to try to hit everybody with his lightning eyes. Harper runs around the corner and looks down, but his watch is gone. He had a signal watch. A signal watch that could summon Superman? Like I said, this ain't exactly the first issue. I guess we missed some stuff up in Canada. He remembers his confrontation with the Riddler and realizes that the Riddler had stolen his watch. But the Riddler is about to get a big surprise as the Riddler makes a special appearance in this really horrible comic book. The Riddler finds the watch and says, I wonder what this button does. Riddle me this. What does this button do when he pushes it? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, no. It's the funniest thing I ever saw. Not. Meanwhile, Bizarro rains down fear on the town, burning down buildings with fire breath. Because Superman's got cold breath, Bizarro's got fire breath. I love this. That's just so funny. Harper and Chastity debate what to do, but they really have very little time as Bizarro busts through the roof. They run outside trying to flee, but it does no good. Back to the bar. They hide. They try to figure out what must happen with Bizarro. How will they defeat the evil Bizarro, who flies down and snatches the roof right off the bar, snatches up the whole building? Harper's standing there dancing on the bar like a tard. He sounds his magic trumpet that he found. A magic trumpet which summons Are you ready for it? It summons Jonah Hex, Apache Chief, the Lone Ranger, Zorro, and Becky Lynch. What the heck? Well, that's right. Ghost beat ghost, and Harper has a plan, because Harper always comes up with a good plan when he's fighting Ghost. Oh, DC, you make my life worth living as we find more Batman and Robin Eternal comics here advertised in Bizarro comic books from 2015, and that's got to be the coolest damn suit Robin ever had. I'll give credit where credit's due. Seeing Robin in that really cool suit almost makes this dismal comic book worth sitting through. I may have to pick up a Batman and Robin Eternal comic just to talk about that suit. Yep, and it's the end of the Flash. That's right, in 2015, Flash dies. So people's been ragging me for years. Don't you ever do any superhero comic books? Well, I want you to check this one out. You got Flash, you got Batman, you got the Riddler, you got Bizarro, you got old Western stars. Hey, I'm throwing it all on the line out there this week, right, guys? Oh, Jesus whiz. Bizarro, whatever are you gonna do? Bizarro puts the snatch on Harper. You're my worstest friend. Oh, my God, the bad guy, the king villain has popped out. Oh, the battle's about to ensue, and Chastity Hex says hello to her Uncle Jonah. Good to see you there, Unc. And this is the kind of crap I hate in comic books. Literally, the battle's about to begin. The guns are drawn. We join forces with the new Hex of the future and the past. We turn the page. We get a Batman commercial. A Batman Endgame. It's probably the crap the Joker 2 was based on. It looks like a dismal piece of crap. And then in the very next panel, from gunfight with fixing to happen with good guys and bad guys till the sun comes up, everybody disappears. They take off their cosplay outfits, throw them in a car, and like where the buffalo roam, they roll down the Las Vegas highway right there towards the Strip, looking for Santana right there. I guess Santana is their future of the next episode of Bizarro, and I hate this freaking comic book with a passion. And this is the dismal crap they throw in the back of this comic book. Oh, gee, DCU. Makes me want a DC puke, and then we get DC service. Yeah, DC's giving you some service, all right. Look, it's lip service. You know what they can give me some lip service on? And they waste the back cover with dismal crap. So that's my look at Bizarro. Number 3 from 2015. The good, the bad, and the stupid. There wasn't much good. There was a whole lot of bad, but it was mostly stupid. I really hate this comic book. I think it's a dismal freaking nightmare. I'm glad it's over. I don't even want to hang this sucker on the wall with the rest of the good ones. I should take a look at something a lot better, right? Like Carl Vincent. This is a special gift from a guy named Kevin Given. Kevin Given. He drawed, wrote, and created Carl Vincent Vampire Slayer, and the really cool dude sent me the big, thick, complete Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter hardback edition. Thank you, Kevin. It's very much appreciated. And until next time, this is Danny Staten on the Danny Dan blog. I'll be back next week with a comic book I hope and pray a little bit better than this dismal turd. Till next time, blog over.